Bitcoin is up a little bit today. Yesterday, it had a good day where it flushed early. We kissed the major technical level down here of 74,000. We got a bounce. Now we're going to have to fight this downsloping trend line right here, right? So if we come up here, we're going to have to deal with this $83,000 range right here. That will be short-term support. If it gets through there,
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Gareth Soloway sees Bitcoin possibly dropping to 71K. We'll break down his shocking price analysis, current market outlook, and future strategies. Let's watch him to learn more now.
this is your SPY. Again, this was yesterday. So I think the first thing to think about is this. Yesterday, we were gapping down. The markets were flushing initially. And then in a matter of essentially 20 to 30 minutes, we saw an 8% rally in the stock market, folks, from this low to this high. Look at that. That is incredible. 8.5% move. Now, what was the culprit here? It was basically a fake news that there had been a 90-day kind of pause on the tariffs that Trump had put in. The White House basically said, nope, that's not true. It's fake news. And the markets came in. But that planted a seed of hope. And the markets, again, chopped sideways, not going back to the low yesterday, and essentially closed flat on the day. This morning, again, this is overnight here into this morning. The optimism is remaining with the SPY trading back at around 517.55. Now, put that in comparison to yesterday morning low at 482. So again, huge move. In fact, from yesterday's lows to where we currently are trading, that is a 7.4% rally in the market. Now, Bitcoin is up a little bit today. Yesterday, it had a good day where it flushed early. We kissed the major technical level down here of 74,000. We got a bounce. Now we're going to have to fight this downsloping trend line right here, right? So if we come up here, we're going to have to deal with this $83,000 range right here. That will be short-term support. If it gets through there, we know the next level, right? I've gone over these quite a bit. 92,000 would be your next resistance. Now, again, do I still think Bitcoin is now going to break to the upside, or is it going to eventually come back in? Eventually, I think Bitcoin does come in and actually goes into this zone. The question is, how low will it go? But again, overall, just let's watch support resistance here and technical support down here. Quickly looking at Ethereum, folks, I do have a position with members of Smart Money Crypto in Ethereum. And again, you can see nice flush right through support. But by the end of the trading day yesterday, it came back. This is a really big level right through here. You can see all these lows right here. And again, even this dip took us kind of down to this low here. So this is a really important level on Ethereum. It needs to get a bounce off of this, put some space between price and this technical support right here.
Bitcoin could be setting up for a big move as tensions between the U.S. and China escalate. After President Trump announced a 50% tariff on Chinese goods, China responded fiercely, vowing to fight to the end, and calling out the U.S. for blackmail. This rising geopolitical drama has investors looking again toward Bitcoin, a familiar safe haven during uncertain times. Analysts at Matrixport are pointing to patterns from 2015 when Bitcoin first dropped after China's yuan devaluation, but then ended the year with a strong rally. They believe a similar setup could be happening now, especially as the UST/CNY exchange rate nears key resistance levels. While there are some short-term worries about U.S. Treasury yields, optimism around Bitcoin's longer-term outlook is strong. As the yuan weakens and global tensions climb, Bitcoin could break out quickly. Analysts say the price might even be artificially suppressed right now, but not for much longer.
Gold today, if we take a look at gold, I did get out of my GDX short yesterday for an almost 10% gain, and also we got out of our GLL, which is a long, you go long, you buy it, but then ultimately it's short 2x gold. So into this support, I said, you know what? I love gold mid to long term. Let's get the heck out here and take profits. And that's what I did. So far, that was the right decision. And more than anything, when I'm shorting these counter trend moves, like if I'm bullish on Bitcoin, it doesn't mean I won't short Bitcoin in the short term because I'm a quicker trader, right? I'm a fast swing trader or day trader. So I want you guys to understand that is that essentially as a trader, you divide yourself up into time frames. You have intraday, you have multi-day, which is swing. So intraday is a day trader, multi-day is a swing trader, and then long-term investing is obviously like where do you see Bitcoin in a year, 5 years, 10 years, right? So essentially you can be like for me, I'm mid to long-term bullish on gold, but in the near term, I said, wow, there's an opportunity here for some money on a pullback because the charts are telling me that. And that's where we got in that short with commodity members, and we're able to net some nice gains there, GDX, GLL, etc., using those ETFs on that. All right, let's flip back to the charts and take a look here. Let's see what we have on silver as we flip over to silver. Silver, I did go long on Friday right down here. We got a small bounce yesterday. That's continuing. I wish I waited, frankly, because it pushed right down into this level, but that's okay. If it had gone here, I would have added to the position using that shotgun method. Now, rallying to the upside here, where's my target short-term? Well, that's not true, actually. There's a little interim level right here, so this will be a little short-term resistance, but this will probably be my bigger level where I would sell my swing trade silver into if we get up to this $32 level. Now, at that point, I'm basically up 10%, which is right in my wheelhouse. Generally, my swing trades, I'm looking for 10 to 20%, and then I look to rinse and repeat, trade it over and over again. And think about it like this. I mean, you could trade a stock 5 times throughout the course of the year, making 15% each time. Maybe by the end of that year, from January 1st to December 31st, that stock didn't move at all. And really, so any long-term investor is essentially flat. But as a swing trader, you've made 40, 50, 60% on that trade.
Bitcoin has been struggling lately, falling to a 4-month low of $74,500 on April 7, and analysts warn that the bottom might still be far away. After U.S. President Donald Trump reignited fears of a global trade war with sweeping tariffs, risk assets across the board took a major hit, wiping out trillions in global equity markets. Bitcoin was no exception, and now investors are questioning just how low it can really go. Currently, Bitcoin is sitting at a critical technical point. The 50-week exponential moving average (EMA), which often acts as the dividing line between bull and bear markets. Market analyst Ted Pillows says Bitcoin must reclaim the 50-week EMA, now near $77,500, or risks sliding further toward the $69,000, $70,000 range. This area also happens to align with the 2021 cycle highs and Michael Saylor's average Bitcoin entry price around $67,000. There's some short-term support forming near $74,000, where a large cluster of Bitcoin is held. But if that breaks, the next big defense line is around $71,600. Glassnode data suggests the $69,000 zone could act as a major max pain level, or weaker hands give up and longer-term investors step in to buy. However, if Bitcoin decisively loses the 50-week EMA, the next stop could be far lower. Historical patterns show Bitcoin often falls toward the 200-week EMA during deep corrections, and right now, that would place a potential bottom around $50,000. While the market still holds some hope for stabilization, the technicals and sentiment suggest Bitcoin isn't out of the woods just yet. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.